One of the most trusted people in baseball's biggest superstar's life secretly stole millions and absolutely stunned the sports world. I dug into recent news coverage, government statements, and MLB reports to understand what really happened. This scandal, involving Shohei Ohtani's interpreter, shows how crucial trust, oversight, and integrity are in professional sports. To understand why this situation became such a huge story, let's start with a little background on who was involved and how this relationship worked. Some things to know beforehand. Shohei Ohtani is a global baseball icon with one of the biggest sports contracts in history. Ippei Mizuhara was Ohtani's interpreter and had daily access to him and his financial information. Sports gambling regulations protect the integrity of the game. According to the Sporting News, the scandal unfolded amid concerns about gambling risks involving those around athletes. Now that we know some background, let's get into what actually happened. To try to hide the big losses, he stole almost $17 million from Ohtani by pretending to be him and messing with his banking information. According to an MLB statement from June 2024, Mizuhara admitted he stole the money, and MLB confirmed Ohtani wasn't involved at all. He went into Ohtani's bank account without permission. He changed access information so he could move money without Shohei seeing it right away. Accessing the accounts wasn't enough. He needed to keep the banks convinced that he was Shohei Ohtani. He pretended to be Ohtani at the bank to move the money and keep the whole thing going. The U.S. Department of Justice said in February 2025 that Ippei used Ohtani's login information and impersonated him between 2021 and 2024 to access all the accounts. He had been setting this up for a very long time. He called banks acting like he was Ohtani to authorize transfers. He got away with it for years because everyone trusted him and thought he was speaking for Shohei Ohtani. Even with all that deception, the massive gambling eventually caught up to him. The outcome wasn't worth it in the end. ESPN reported in June 2025 that he made around 19,000 bets and lost more than $40 million. He was losing money way faster than he could cover it. The gambling debt eventually got so big that the bank flagged suspicious withdrawals, which should have happened a lot earlier than it did. At that point, there was no hiding what he had done. Eventually, Ippei Mizuhara pled guilty and was sent to federal prison. He admitted everything in court. He was sentenced to several years in prison with the case still ongoing. He was also ordered to pay back the money he stole. After everything that went down, the trust, the betrayal, and the huge fallout, there are some big lessons from the situation about responsibility and keeping the game honest. So as we wrap up, let's talk about what this whole scandal really shows us. This scandal was not about Ohtani gambling. It was about trust being violated at the highest level. Protecting integrity in sports requires trust and better oversight of those around athletes. Success requires not only talent, but also careful protection of one's personal circle and financial life. Thank you for listening.